Formation of what? Ionic compounds. Chapter metals and non-metals. See, we already discussed what are ionic compounds. The compounds which are formed by ions, and how the ions are formed by losing or gaining of electrons. So first of all, we'll see the formation of sodium chloride. Okay, let me first write down this. The topic is reaction of metals with non-metals. Right, reaction of metals with non-metals. Okay. Then we have formation of NaCl. Right, now formation of NaCl. See, sodium chloride is an ionic compound. Why is sodium chloride an ionic compound? You will understand here. Right. See, first of all, sodium, the atomic number is what? Atomic number of sodium is what? 11. Right. So what will be the electronic configuration? 281. Right. Sodium will have 3 orbits, where the first orbit will have 2 electrons, second will have 8 electrons, and the last remaining 1 electron in the third orbit. This is called electronic configuration, that is distribution of electrons in the various orbits of the atom. Is it clear? Distribution. How the electrons are distributed? There are certain rules that the first orbit cannot have more than 2 electrons. Second orbit cannot have more than 8 electrons. Likewise, okay. So the electronic configuration is 281. But sodium, in order to become stable, as we have already discussed earlier also, in order to become stable, it has to lose 1 electron. Is it clear? Right? So sodium will lose 1 electron and it will form what? Na plus. Now why it is Na plus? Because it is losing electron. An electron is what? Negatively charged particle. We have studied in class 9 that every atom is neutral. That means the number of protons and electrons are equal. Number of protons and electrons are equal. So let's say here, if before losing of 1 electron, right, sodium will have how many protons? Sodium will have how many protons? 11. And how many electrons? 11. Protons are positively charged. These are negatively charged. Total charge? 0. 0? Yes. That is before losing the electron. Now after losing 1 electron, then protons are how many number? 11. 11, because protons are not getting lost. Protons are present inside the nucleus. Protons will not get lost. Protons number will remain intact. But what is getting lost here? Electrons are getting lost. So electron will be how many now? 10. This plus and minus, I am just indicating the nature of charge. Is it clear? Keep in mind, I am just indicating the nature of charge. And how many positive charges, how many negative charges, that is indicated by the number. So after losing 1 electron, sodium is left with only 10 electrons and 11 protons. So what will be the overall charge now? Plus 1? Plus 1. So this is the reason why sodium will have positive charge. 1 plus. Right? And this positively charged ion is called what? Cation. It is called what? Cation. Positively charged ion is called cation. Now, the second element out here is what? Chlorine. Chlorine, not chlorine, it is chlorine. Chlorine has atomic number 17. Atomic number is equal to 17. So, the electronic configuration of chlorine. See, 17 electrons means 2 electrons in the first orbit, 8 electrons in the second orbit, and the remaining 7 electrons, 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 7 will give 17. The 7 electron will go to the third orbit. Is it clear? Now, chlorine, in order to become stable, has to gain 1 electron. Has to gain 1 electron, as discussed earlier. Why? To become stable. Okay. So the electron which is lost by sodium will be taken by chlorine. Is it clear? So chlorine will take this electron and it will form what? Cl minus. Right? This will be 2 comma 8 comma 8. Now let's try to understand this one. Before losing electron, how many number of protons chlorine has? Huh? 11. It is 11. And electron, sorry, I'm so sorry, 17. And electrons how many? 17. Total charge? 0. Total charge is 0. On the other hand, after gaining one electron, proton number remains still same, 17. And what about electron? Electron becomes minus 18. So the charge becomes minus 1. Is it clear? The charge becomes minus 1. So this is how it becomes minus 1. And this is called what? Anion. The negatively charged ion is called what? Anion. Negatively charged ion is called anion. Now, the sodium atom is positively charged. Chloride atom is negatively charged, or sodium ion positively charged, chloride ion negatively charged. Opposite charges attract each other. Right? Opposite charges, they attract each other. And moreover, sodium and chlorine both have equal and opposite charges. Equal and opposite charges. So what will happen? Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus will combine to form what? NaCl. Is it clear? And both are having now stable configuration. Sodium is having the configuration 2, 8. Chlorine is having the configuration 2, 8, 8. Is it clear? So sodium chloride becomes a stable compound. We'll see how the electron gets transferred here. Sodium has one electron in the outermost orbit.
Yes, sir.
And chlorine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 electron in the outermost orbit. So the sodium will give away its electron to chlorine. Right? So what will happen now? Sodium will become positively charged. Okay. This will become positively charged. On the other hand, chlorine, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 electrons. One electron which is gained by chlorine from sodium, right? This will become negatively charged. Right? So in the next step, what will happen? This will combine to form NaCl. Let me write here. This is for sodium and this is for chlorine. This is before losing and this is after losing. Let me write here sodium. And this is for chlorine. This is before losing and this is after losing. Right? Any atom, before it loses electron, it is always neutral. The number of positive and negative ions are always equal. Clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, the next one is what? Formation of magnesium chloride, right? Formation of MgCl2, magnesium chloride. Magnesium has atomic number 12, right? The atomic number of magnesium is equal to 12. So the electronic configuration of magnesium will be what? 2, 8, 2. Is it clear? Now, in order to become stable, this will have to lose 2 electrons. Clear? This will have to lose 2 electrons. So now it will form Mg2 plus. And the electronic configuration becomes 2, 8. Simple. Because it is losing 2 electrons, the charge now will become 2 plus. If an atom is losing 3 electrons, the charge will become 3 plus. But here it is losing 2 electrons, so it is 2 plus. Simple. Okay. On the other hand, chlorine. Chlorine having atomic number as explained before also, it's 17. So chlorine has electronic configuration 287. So it needs one electron, right? It needs how many electrons? One electron. And it will form what? Cl minus. This was just done in the previous topic also, right? So I'm so sorry, this is 8. The question here is, magnesium is losing how many electrons? 2. But chlorine is gaining how many? 1. Now, where will one more electron of magnesium go? Right? Because magnesium is losing 2 electrons. So, chlorine has to gain 2 electrons. But the capacity of chlorine is that it can gain only 1 electron. Only 1 electron. So, what is the requirement now? There is a requirement of one more chlorine atom. So, we'll simply multiply this by 2. Chlorine will require, there is a requirement of 2 chlorine to receive 2 electrons. That is 1 electron each. Right? So, this will have 2. This will form how many chloride ions? 2 chloride ions. Is it clear? So, how will we represent this? They are oppositely charged. See, magnesium having 2 units positive charge, chlorine having 1 unit negative charge. But to equalize the charge, we have taken 2 chlorine atoms or ions. Here atoms and here now formation of ions. So now what happens is Mg2 plus and plus 2 Cl minus. This will form what? MgCl2. In a simple language, what we have done in class 9 is magnesium is 2 plus and chlorine is minus, right? Magnesium is 2 plus and chlorine is minus, 1 minus. So we'll crisscross this, right? So what will form? Mg and Cl2. This 2 will come here with chlorine. So it becomes MgCl2. Okay. So if you want to explain the electron transfer, then magnesium having 2 electrons in the outermost orbit will give 1 electron each to chlorine. 1 electron here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 electron here. Okay. Magnesium will give 1 electron to one of the chlorine atom, another electron to another chlorine atom. Okay. So in the next step, what will happen? This will form Mg2 plus and this will be 2 Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And this is minus. So this ultimately will form what? MgCl2. Right. So if you see, if you know the atomic number, if you know the atomic number of the element, you will be able to write the electronic configuration. And if you are able to write the configuration, you will be able to know the valency. Valency means what will be the charge of the ion, positive or negative. Then accordingly, you can work out the formation of the compounds, that is the ionic compounds. These are all the ionic compounds, like the previous one what we have done, sodium chloride, here magnesium chloride. These are all what? Ionic compounds. What are ionic compounds? The compounds which are formed by the combination of ions. Right? The compounds which are formed by the combination of ions. Right? They are called as ionic compounds. Right? Or we can also say that in the ionic compounds, there is electrostatic force of attraction between the charged particles. Right? Here, sodium is positively charged. Chlorine atom or chlorine ion negatively charged. They have equal and opposite charges. Why equal? Because we have taken 2 units of negative charges here, right? So they have equal and opposite charges. And these charges, they attract each other to form the bonds. So that's why these bonds are also known as electrostatic force of attraction. Is it clear? And the ionic compounds are also known as electrovalent compounds. Right? Electrovalent compounds. And the bonds between these compounds, they are also known as the electrovalent bonds. Is it clear? So in exam, if it comes ionic bond or electrovalent bond, you should not get confused. Or ionic compound or electrovalent compound, you should not get confused. Both means the same. Is it clear?